Yeah. All right. This little rant of no, this little exclamation of joy there. How are we, everybody? 10 days away from Saturday night's main event in San Antonio, Texas. If the card's getting a little bit more fillered, whatever term you want to use, and so far the Netflix era is off and running pretty well. Santa Pino, Santa Pino. Well, that's a bad hashtag. That just popped up on my phone earlier. My name is Erik Dunn, and welcome back to Falls Count Anywhere on the Rhode Island Broadcasting Network. You guys can find me every Wednesday at 5 on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and then afterwards on Amazon, Google, Spotify, TuneIn, Red Circle, and Podbean Podcast. There you go, San Antonio. Thank you. The man behind the scenes, Ron Rigo, who's suffering from the smell of paints during today. Hope you're surviving, man. Lord knows. Actually, Lord doesn't know about you. Yeah, because you're just suffering back there, aren't you? Anyway, always a pleasure to be here with all of you. And throughout the time we have together, some of the matches for Saturday has been event has been up, and then another few about the Royal Rumble as well, a little bit here and there, and the 10 takeaways between Raw and SmackDown. Buy me a coffee at RI Broadcasting, where you can help support us. Follow us on our Facebook and YouTube channels at RI Broadcasting, as you see on my screen over here. If you want to be a sponsor, we're still looking for some sponsors for this program going on daily. Sports Unfolded over here. Your ad will be read here. We'll read it, so not only people will see it, they'll be heard on the audio version for Spotify, Amazon, Red Circle, and many more. For those wanting more information, send an email to Ron Rigo at ribroadcasting.media at gmail.com. That's all one word, at ribroadcasting.media at gmail.com. Ron will set you up, get you everything you need, and send you on your way to be a part of the crony community of Rhode Island Broadcasting. This broadcast of False Count Anywhere is the exclusive property of Erik Dunn Productions, Ron Rigo, and Rhode Island Broadcasting for the private use of our audience, and any publication, reuse, or redistribution by anyone is not prohibited and is given the express consent to be shared and is greatly appreciated. All right. Beginning with my 10 takeaways for Raw and SmackDown from the past week. Let's dive right in and let's take a look. I grew up a VeggieTales guy, you know what I mean? Like Cordy, and so we have learned applies to our lives today. God has a lot to say in his book. Bob would always hate it. Bob Serena would always hate it because he kept getting interrupted. Larry the Cucumber always loved it. And then all of a sudden you hear right after that, and so that God's word is for everyone. And now that our song is done, we'll take a look. Well, let's take a look. Funny how I give a VeggieTale reference. I don't know why, but um, that was funny. So SmackDown and Raw are going to be combined together with the 10 takeaways I have. However, to make life easier for you guys, I'll go 5 each. So starting off with SmackDown from last Friday night. These are 5 takeaways I had. So as I mentioned, 5 takeaways SmackDown, 5 takeaways Raw. So the 5 takeaways for SmackDown is this. Number 1. Jacob Fatu climbing the ladder SmackDown wasn't an audition for Fatu to become the new tribal chief, or at least the leader of whatever is left to the new bloodline. But to my surprise, Solo, with him noticeably absent and Tongaloa injured, Fatu was moved to the front of the new bloodline, and he passed his first real test with flying colors. Um, Fatu was part of the opening of the show, backstage segment, and interfered in LA Knight's match. Spoke on his way to the ring to face Cody Rhodes, and was responsible for winning the match. The Samoan Werewolf came across as a more of a tribal chief than Solo, even though he's been pretty good in that role. With Solo advertised to return this Friday, let's see where this dynamic goes. In my eyes, I wouldn't anticipate anything less than an "I love you" Solo response, at least for now. That's the first one. Number two, so much hate. Who despises Roman Reigns more? Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, or Kevin Owens? It's pretty much a toss up at this point, yet the OTC apparently wants nothing to do with any of them. Paul Heyman declared to Cody that Roman has his eyes set on getting back the WWE Championship, and it's confusing why the other three care so much about him. Reigns really hasn't acknowledged any of them within the same by Troll, which leads me to believe that something has to be brewing between now and WrestleMania. That's number two. Number three, odds and ends. So the Y6, they're moving to SmackDown. It'll give them a much needed fresh start. Um, Sami Zayn will pretty much do anything that is asked of him. That's obvious. Nia Jax got some serious crowd reaction when she interrupted Rhea on Raw. But is that because of Jax or because Jax interrupted Mommy? Um, and then that, yep, that's number three. Number four. Number four. Cody then gets involved. So with Cody now knowing that Roman's going to enter the Royal Rumble, the hardest thing for Cody is to try to connect the dots in a way to see what works, what makes sense, and what doesn't. Hugo Saravivia. My name is Paul Heyman. Yeah, funny. Thank you for being a part of it here. Um, Everyone wants to be champion, but that's not where that's all going to lie. That brings me to the Raw results. No, my five Raw takeaways. Listen to this. Number one, everybody wants a piece of Cena. CM Punk could have gone through his entire opening address, getting his point across without mentioning the name John Cena once. Instead, he referred to him twice in a small amount of time. As far as I'm concerned, he wants to be a part of the John Cena farewell tour. Punk and Cena had a nice run of matches against each other between 2011 and 13, both winning their share over their storied careers, but we haven't seen the two square off in over a dozen years. When you think about it, Punk versus Cena would be a nice WrestleMania match, especially since Punk basically washed his hands in the Seth Rollins rivalry and the Drew McIntyre conflict. And seriously, who would want to see the best in the world and the greatest of all time at the showcase of the Immortals? That'd be a good match. Don't think it'll happen though, but we'll see. Um, that is number one. Number two, um, Lyra Valkyra is the inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion. Her in-ring ability sets the stage for some potentially great matchups to give credibility to the title's inaugural championship reign. Number three, odds and ends. Dirty Dom having no clue that Liv is mad at him after trying to make amends with former girlfriend Rhea Ripley during last week's Raw just added to his character. We all haven't been in the same spot as Dom, and I'm sure there's been a Royal Rumble in the past 35 years that has had as much main event star power participate. When it's all said and done, it might be taxing to follow one with as much high-end talent as the one coming up in a few weeks. So that's that there. Moving on up here. Number three, moving on. Sorry, number four, moving on. Sheamus' match against Louis Kaiser stated that the Colored Warrior had a 2-1 record against him. In one way, it was time to end the rivalry. with Braun and the crowd watching, WrestleMania a few months away, and Sheamus' stuffed resume having one going on mission, an Intercontinental Championship, a couple of months leading up to the match should be fun, especially considering both of their physical styles. How about this? The worst kept secret. Give it to Michael Cole for saying the quiet thing out loud. Penta's WWE debut on Raw was indeed the worst kept secret in the business for some time now. I agree with that. Yay? Gunter humbles Oos. That happened very badly. And that is where that lies for Raw. So, with that being said here's what I'll also tell you about this. Sheamus, if he wins the Intercontinental title, he'll be a Grand Slam winner. Believe it or not, that's also the one title John doesn't have either. John's not a Grand Slam winner yet. He needs the IC title to do that too. So both Cena and Sheamus are going after the same thing here. Well, I can't really say John is. Sheamus definitely is. But Sheamus and Braun is definitely a banger after banger after banger. Speaking of that, it has been confirmed that Saturday night's main event in 10 days for the Intercontinental Championship is Braun and Sheamus. That has been confirmed. What also was confirmed from Raw Monday night, Gunther is going to defend the World Heavyweight Championship against main event Jey Uso. Yeah, I don't see Jey winning that one. I mean, I would like Sheamus to get the title up Braun. I don't see Gunther losing this until WrestleMania. Problem is, here's what I'll tell you right now. Whoever wins the Royal Rumble next month is going to challenge Gunther at WrestleMania. I don't think they're going to challenge Cody unless it's not who you're thinking. I have no idea how it could happen, but it might be something that's lesser to be desired. And just as a side note, um, here's what I can also tell you right now regarding the Royal Rumble. The only two-time Rumble winners in history, the immortal Hulk Hogan, Mr. WrestleMania, the icon, and Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, the greatest of all time, John Cena, the Animal, Batista, the Game, King of Kings, Cerebral Assassin, and the current CCO of WWE, Triple H, Paul Levesque, the Viper, Legend Killer, Apex Predator, 14-time world champion, Randy Orton, the man with the most championship wins in the history of the company, the Radar Superstar Edge, the one and only Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, and the current undisputed WWE Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. So if you look at that list, that's only nine. That's nine in the history of WWE that has won the Royal Rumble twice, but only four has won it back to back. Hogan, Michaels, Austin, Rhodes. Hogan, HBK, Stone Cold, Cody. Those are the only four in the history of WWE to go back to back Royal Rumble wins. The only three-time Rumble winner in the history of WWE is the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold, Steve Austin. Understand something. Right now, there's a rumor that John is the favorite to win the Rumble. If he wins the Rumble, he ties Austin with three. The the analytics in me say, I don't think it's going to be that easy for John. I don't want to believe it will be that easy. Could it be? Maybe. But I don't think it will. I really don't think it's going to be that easy for John. I really don't. And speaking of the Rumble, who? Let's see who's already confirmed it. Cena, Reigns, Punk, Rollins, McIntyre. That's five with 25 more to go through. There isn't much to go off of right now for the Rumble. The only thing I can tell you about the Rumble right now is that it's going to be big. Um, but there is one more thing I wanted to share with you too. I don't have this update right now because I don't think there's anything, but just for craps and giggles, let me just see here. The Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar has not been back since SummerSlam 23. Is Lesnar going to return? So after the accusations with Vince, most of us thought his wrestling career was done and he would have been completely deleted from history. But nowadays, he's still signed to WWE, where he's still mentioned live every now and then, and his profile is still available on the website as if he could come back any moment. Um, the current status on Brock is his status remains a hot topic among fans, leading to too much speculation about his future. Unlike some other wrestlers who announce their departures or returns, Lesnar's situation is often kept quiet. The lack of clear information fuels rumors and discussions among wrestling fans and analysts. There hasn't been any statements from WWE or Lesnar himself about his return. So let's keep that in mind right now. Some are saying that he's taking time off to rest and recharge, which is understandable. Others speculate right now about potential disagreements with WWE or interest in other venues. It's important to remember that these are just rumors until confirmed by official sources. Possible scenarios for his future: return for a major match, likelihood is high. Boost viewership and generates buzz. Starts program with a rising star, medium, elevates new talent and provides exciting matches. Extended break or retirement, the likelihood is low. Leaves a void in WWE's top star power. I don't think that's it either. But here are the key takeaways. Brock Lesnar's WWE return is rumored for 25 following legal matter closure. Lesnar's removal from the 24 Royal Rumble was due to a lawsuit involving Vince. Fans anticipate Lesnar's comeback due to his unique athletic prowess and dominant presence. So I can tell you right now, whatever the rumors are for what the Rumble is going to be, I will not believe it until I see it. That's the major thing right now about Lesnar. Except if there is one more, then I'm going to take a look right now. However, I just got a look at something stupid here. Well, not stupid, but a Rumble lineup that Ron just sent me here. Um, unless this is from the creative writers of WWE, I can't believe this. But it's saying that John's going to win from the 15 slot. Rock is going to be in at number 31, which I don't think that will happen. And he'll be runner up, which I think is a ridiculous idea. Um, and then there's another one here. Becky Lynch, runner-up from the 1. Charlotte Flair wins at 25. Mm, I can't really say I'm going to believe that right now. I can't really say that for sure. However, this is what I'm going to say, getting back to Lesnar here. Um, the legal challenges and closure. So Vince McMahon, WWE's former CEO, recently settled with the SEC over hush money agreements. Okay, he agreed to pay a $400,000 civil penalty and reimburse WWE 1.3 million. This settlement closed a chapter in WWE's legal issues. McMahon's statement about the legal matter being closed could pave the way for Lesnar's return. The speculations around him in 25. Lesnar's absence since August 23, his apparent fighting shape in recent appearances, and WWE's need for star power. Okay? And the potential roadblocks for his return, as I mentioned, it's the legal matters, the contract negotiations, creative direction, and physical physical condition. At 47 years old and 25, Lesnar's ability to perform at his previous level is uncertain. Lesnar's contract with WWE expired in 23. As of 25, no new contract has officially been announced. WWE has not confirmed any negotiations with Lesnar for a new deal. So, with that being said, there is no word about Brock. But I think it's favorable that Brock could return. And if you're asking me, I think he could return. With that being said, the rest of the card for Saturday night's main event on next week's show and the Raw and SmackDown takeaways I have for you again. On behalf of the man behind the scenes, the creator of RIB Rodrigo, this is Erik Dunn saying so long and thank you from my home in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. This has been a presentation of Falls Count Anywhere on the Rhode Island Broadcasting Network. Take care, guys. Thank you so much for watching and for listening. And of course, stay good and stay well.